can happen to your vagina if you don't have sex for a longer period of time? This is exactly what is going to happen to your vagina if you've not been having sex. So you need to watch this video if you are the kind of person that you've not been having sex for weeks, or some people for months or a year, that you've had sex in a long time. This video is for you, so you have to watch this video down to the end. You're welcome to my channel, Ask Nurse Malik. As you all know, your trusted source of your healthy practice and your healthy tips. This is what we have for you in this channel. So if you are just joining us today, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you've been with us, do well by liking this video and share to others at the end. There are some of us that abstain ourselves from not having sex for a longer period of time based on one reason or the other. It could either be celibacy or asexuality, that those that believe in some religion or some practice, they will tell you they don't want to have sex either for some period of time, or maybe they want to practice some worship, or they make it by choice, by choosing not to have sex for all over their lifetime. Or you see some women that they don't want to have this sex, maybe due to some psychological reasoning or other reason, or that of sexual dysfunction. This is exactly what is going to happen to your vagina. Number one is your vagina tightening. When you refuse or when you abstain yourself from having sex for over a period of time, your vagina becomes tight. It will increase your risk of bleeding during sex. You have painful sex. Anytime you want to go into that sexual activity, you feel a lot of pains down there, as if your waist wants to cut off. It is not. It is because you've not been having sex for over a long period of time. And again, you are at risk of bleeding when next you are having this sex. That's when you start having bleeding. And after you have this sex, for 3 days after this sex, you bleed and you continue to have pain. Then you feel like not having this sex again. Another thing that can actually happen to that vagina of yours if you don't open it today to have sex is this. There is what we refer to as vaginismus. When you say vaginismus, that is irregular contraction of the vaginal muscle. When you refuse to have sex, or when you abstain yourself from having sex for some period of time, your vaginal muscle become stiff. Your vagina is supposed to be thick and elastic tissue, but when you abstain yourself from this sexual activity, it becomes thin, it becomes dry, and it becomes irregular in contraction during sexual activity. And with this, you will be scared of having next sex with your partner. Every time your partner is in mood, you are always running away, because during this time, vagina becomes tense and you will feel afraid of going to him because of these pains you are going to undergo, which is as a result of you not having sex for over a long period of time. Another thing that can happen to that vagina of yours that you've not opened for a longer period of time is low libido. There will be a drop in your libido. You know, when you say libido is the pleasure, the feelings, the desire you have due to sexual arousal or sexual gratification. So when you abstain yourself completely from having sex for over a long period of time, there will be drop in your libido. If you abstain yourself in a week, there will be drop. In a month, that's how it continues to drop and drop to zero. And women who have this low libido, that is why they fail to attain the satisfaction of their man. They feel they can't satisfy their man any longer because of their low libido, or your man won't find you interesting or sexually desired. This is because you've not been having this sex. Sex is something that is supposed to be enjoyed. Sex is something that you are supposed to do every time. At least you are supposed to have this sex 3 times in a week consecutively and regularly. And when you do this, make sure you practice a safe one, because this will actually improve your overall health. Aside other health benefits relating to having sex, when you have this sex regularly, for women who are at risk of having HPV, that is human papillomavirus, that cause the cancer of the cervix, when you have this regular sex, there is increased activity of the cells in your cervix due to sexual activity. It makes blood supply to flow enough to those cells, and in that way it will not give any chance to those cancerous cells to proliferate or maturate. But in all, you have to make sure as a woman you do your cervical screening to rule out any occurrence of cervical cancer. This is best for you. So on this note, I still remain your Ask Nurse Malik. Don't forget to ask your question anytime regarding your reproductive health, your overall health, then your healthy habits that you need to put in place or put in practice. Till we meet again in our next video, don't forget to like, share, and comment your question under the comment box.